Hello and welcome to Israel Hayom Studio. Today we're going to discuss whether Israeli politics are becoming less professional, less serious. To discuss this issue, we have Israel Hayom editors Simona Weinglass, Elie Sherman, and myself, Steve Ganot. Recently, there have been a number of incidents where public figures have shown less than the necessary decorum, in my opinion. And the first case I want to discuss is that of our new finance minister, Lapid. He's on Facebook all the time, and it's almost like he's governing from Facebook. I mean, it's one thing to have a Facebook site, a lot of them do.
Well, I'm not sure that's fair to say that he's governing from Facebook.
Well, he's
releasing giving his policy statements on Facebook. He's talking to the public on Facebook.
He gets flack because he spends a lot of time on Facebook.
I mean, who doesn't?
If I spent that much time on Facebook, I wouldn't have time to do my job. And a lot of people are saying that he seems to spend more time counting his likes on Facebook than he does counting money in the finance ministry.
Suppose he's got a lot of likes to count. That's what he's got in his favor.
But is that the way he should be communicating with the public? Where's the place of the press?
It's the way he communicated with the public to win the campaign. So in that sense, it worked for him. He got 19 seats. He beat the expectations. So what's the problem? Why can't he continue to use a working tool?
There's another case which maybe is more extreme, which is that of his second in command, the number 2 in his party, Shai Peron. Now I'm sure you saw the video in the Knesset where Shai Peron broke into giggles. He couldn't stop giggling.
Why did he laugh again?
He was giving a speech, and the word penetration came up, and he couldn't stop laughing.
It's a pretty funny word.
No, it's not, actually.
Look, the man is 48 years old. He's a father. He's the education minister.
And he's a rabbi.
And it's not that it isn't a funny word. It's not that we don't all crack up sometimes. But I think he can control himself. And the fact that he didn't control himself indicates that he probably thought it was cute. He thought he was being cool. And there's something a little bit inappropriate about the informality.
Look, I mean, it was a midnight session. It was late in the evening. Someone made a comment.
Are you sure? I don't know if it was a midnight session.
It was after midnight when this whole thing happened, and he was egged on by Gaffney. You know, everyone wants to see if someone's up at the plenum and he starts cracking up.
I can't quite imagine Ben Gurion or Golda breaking into or Begin breaking into giggles. It just
Exactly. Okay, but speaking of education and speaking of youth, there's also the incident in the IDF where there were the female soldiers who took pictures of themselves half naked, carrying guns, and the pictures were posted on Facebook, and then they went all over the internet and all over the international media. And that was kind of a scandal. They were reprimanded by the IDF, and I just want to know your take on it.
Well, I've got kids in the Army. I've got 2 kids in the Army now. One is on her way, and I see how they behave and how their friends behave. This is not typical. If they take their jobs very seriously, they would never do anything like that. I think it's just an individual case. It's not something typical.
Who's to say these girls weren't taking their jobs seriously?
I can say that. I think it's clear.
I mean, I think when you put on the uniform, it's not all about you anymore. Maybe if they were sorority girls in the United States and they chose to do that.
These girls are 18 years old. They want to be in control of their own bodies. They want to be in control of their own sense of humor. They want to be in control of their social lives.
But they're not. They're in the Army. And when you're in the Army, you're not in control. You're not supposed to be in control of your own time and body and all these things.
I mean, I think the problem is with Facebook. I think all of these people are getting into trouble because of Facebook. If it hadn't been for Facebook, no one would have seen these pictures.
I wouldn't place the blame on Facebook. I think that's giving one social media platform a little too much credit.
I think in general it's not good for Israeli politics. There's a reason that we have to act like adults.
Just a final word to wrap things up. The world might have gotten less serious. That might be the direction we're going in. All we can really do is sit back, grab a bag of popcorn, and watch it unfold.
I think that it's really important, especially in politics and in the IDF, to preserve the boundaries between professionalism and your private life, between adults and between children. I read The Republic when I was in college, and Plato sums it up. He says, when adults turn into children and children turn into adults, you have democracy quickly turn into tyranny.
Well, I'm going to take a middle position. I think that's a little bit extreme, but I also agree that there's no going back. I agree with Elie. There's no going back. Facebook and the social media are here to stay. On the other hand, politicians and the Army have to be very careful with them. That's all we have time for today. Thank you very much.